4.6 number 5 is dealing with a secant again. So I'm just going to write cosine next to that. And starting off, amplitude is 1, but let's put the little star like we've done in previous problems. Even though I write down 1, there's a negative out front, so we have to flip it. But we always report amplitude as a positive number. The midline then will be 0 because we're not adding or subtracting anything before or after the function. The b value is 1, so that means my 2 pi period will be 2 pi over 1 will be 2 pi. And then remember, when you do secants, you're doing cosine and sine rules. So you do your period divided by 4, so that's pi over 2. And then the phase shift, let's take our stuff in parentheses, set it equal to 0, slide the pi over there, so that's going to be negative pi. And so the idea is we're going to go to the left negative pi because of the phase shift. And then what I will do is add pi over 2. So if I add a pi over 2, I'm still at negative pi over 2. And add another one, I'm at 0. Add another one, I'm at pi over 2. And add another one, I'm at pi. So again, if you're using your calculator, you just keep adding 1/2 and keep hitting math, enter, enter, and then put the pi back up on top. Now remember the midline and amplitude. So if the midline is right on the x-axis, I will go up 1 and down 1. And for a cosine curve, I would normally start at a maximum. But in this case, we have to flip the graph because of the negative sign out front. So we're going to start at a minimum, then hit the midline, then hit the max, then hit the midline, then hit the minimum. And so draw a dotted line, because this is a ghost line. So remember, secants and cosecants only show up as U-shaped graphs. Wherever that dotted line hits the x-axis, or in this case, I should say midline, wherever it hits the midline, put vertical asymptotes, and then go back and touch the minimums and open down in between. Hit the maximums, open up in between, and minimum again, going down. So first of all, I would find one that opens up centered on the y-axis. And so it's not that one, it's not that one, it's not that one. Looks like it might be the fourth one here. And then if I look, the vertical asymptote is at pi over 2 and at negative pi over 2, so that's looking pretty good.